the president of MAAUN American University of Nigeria, in the person of Professor Dr. Muhammad Isra. Good morning. Seated next to me is the Vice Chancellor of Franco-British International University, Kaduna, in person of Professor Abdullah Muhammad Sabu. I equally have here present important faculties from MAAUN American University. We are seated. And then going forward, I would like to, at this juncture, give the mic to the president of MAAUN American University of Nigeria for his opening remark. The mic is yours, sir. Thank you, President.
And a dignitary and dear participant, very good morning and afternoon to all present here, and thank you for joining us today on the first day online international workshop on article publication in Reputable Journal. I am happy to share with all of you in this workshop a total of 5,798 participants registered from 42 countries such as Canada, China, UK, are judged largely on the number of applications as well as where they appear. I would like to thank and acknowledge all the delegates and the support team who have worked hard to make this workshop a truly successful one. I request that all the delegates and participants that take part in all the activities that we have come with for the next 2 hours. I wish everyone a successful and fruitful workshop. I am delighted to declare this workshop open.
Thank you very much, sir, for this wonderful remark. It is important to note that this workshop is going to have 2 presentations. We have on ground 2 guest speakers. Before I give the mic to the first presenter, I would like to read the citation of the 2 presenters. I start with Dr. Mutumaina. Dr. Mutumaina is an assistant professor at the University Al Sarina Mandar in West Sulawesi, Indonesia. She has an extensive experience as a lecturer, global speaker, and international leader. Mutumaina has held numerous positions at her universities, including chairman of the Institutional Language Department, public relations officer, director of Women's Center Studies, deputy director of Quality Assurance Unit, and currently deputy director of the Language and Character Development Institute. Mutumaina is also an accomplished author, having written over 63 national and international books, published by esteemed publishers such as Springer, Emerald, Wiley, Taylor, and Francis. Mutumaina has won over 100 international awards, an outstanding professor Outstanding Leadership, Best Influencer, Best Emerging Professor of the Year, International Award for Working Women, and SDGs Warrior. Mutumaina is much more. So I would like to stop here because if I continue with her citation, it will take more than an hour. Okay, please, can we give a round of applause to Dr. Mutumaina? Thank you very much for joining us, and we are honored to have you here today. And the next speaker is Dr. Ahmed J. Ubaid. Dr. Ahmed J. Ubaid is a creative lecturer at the Department of Computer Science, Faculty of Computer Science and Mathematics, University of Kufa. He has a PhD in web mining and data mining from University of Babylon in 2017, under advanced technologies in web mining techniques and applications. His main line of research is web mining techniques and application, image processing in the web platforms. He is a guest editor in Open Computer Science Corpus, also a guest editor in Key Engineering Materials Corpus Journal. Dr. Ahmad has supervised several final projects of bachelor and master in his main line of work. He has so far edited some books, has authored and co-authored several scientific publications in journals and conferences, and is a frequent reviewer of international journals and international conferences. Please, can we have a round of applause for this international scholar? Thank you very much, sir, for having you at this workshop. It's an honor to have you here with us. So I would like to give the mic to the first presenter to start his presentation. And he's none other than Dr. Ahmed J. Ubaid.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello. I am audible, please.
Okay, so please, before you begin your presentation, it's important to make this announcement. For all the participants, to take note that the answer session will come up after the two papers have been presented. So write down your questions for the two presentations. Please, am I audible? No. Hello, please, am I audible? Am I audible, please? Can you hear me? From there?
Hello.
Please, can you hear me? Am I audible? Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me, please, sir? Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello. Am I audible, please, sir? Can you hear what I'm saying? Please, can you hear what I'm saying, sir? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. No. I cannot hear you because your voice is not good at my end. I don't know. Can you please text me? Text me in chat.
Okay, please, we're having a kind of technical problem here, but it will soon be resolved. I apologize for that.
The first thing. Okay. Thank you for confirmation. Okay, let me share the presentation first, and. Okay, I am just uploading the seminar. Okay, it is not possible to. Now, please confirm me if is it visible at your end.
No, sir. Not yet. Yeah, it's coming
It
up.
it is visible.
Yes, sir. It's coming up.
Okay, so I suppose that it is visible now to all of you. The first thing is, shall I start, please? Shall I start?
Yes, I can. Sir.
Okay, thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for inviting me to the one-day online international workshop, which organized by Mariam Abacha, American University of Nigeria. And special thanks to Professor Mohammed Israr for inviting us to present this workshop. And also a special thanks to my dear friends, Dr. Mutammina, for her cooperations in this workshop. So in this workshop, I will go to highlight some topics that related to the process of publication, which I have faced and got through my experience for the last 5 to 6 years ago. So I have addressed some points that I already facing them in through my publications. So based on that, I would like to give this presentation to give some knowledge and advancement comments and advices to the peoples who would like to improve their publications. So let's start by the outlines. My presentation is divided in two parts. The first part is related to the journals, and the second part is related to the journal editors and reviewers. So I would like to summary my achievement recently. I have published more than 65 papers, 45 papers conference, 10 book chapters, 11 book editions, and 13 journal editors, and 23, sorry, conference series. So also, this is the previous references who I do it, the previous, sorry, conferences who I achieved in the last 5 years. And this is also the sample of the conferences that we are managed and published in Scopus. So this is also around 23, and this is the recent conferences who I managed in the 2023. And this is some book projects who I achieved with my colleges from different countries and several publishers and publishing them in several projects and several publishers. So let us talk about the predatory scenario, or what is the publication. All of us, we know that there is two scenario for the publication. One is official publication, and the second part is supporting publication. So there is two scenario. There is two scenario for this. The first one is go to the journal and submit his paper to the journal itself. Then he got responses and do everything by the submission system of the journal itself. And the second part is go to the intermediary persons, suppose maybe some other editors or some other peoples who are working with that journal. So before we are starting discuss of these points, let us define two terms that it is very important. What is that term? It's called a predatory. Means is in that journal is under the investigations, or maybe that journal it will not accommodated by the higher institution or universities. Suppose now Frontiers, one of the very big and very famous publisher around the world. Now it's 2 years, I think, ago, it was listed in the predatory websites or blacklist websites. Let us define these things before we are going to discuss the predatory. So what is the meanings of a predatory? Predatory means if the journal that do not follow the double-blind review, that do not follow any regular submissions, or maybe that receive the submission by email, or they are charging too much, or they are maybe doing their publication through intermediary persons. Also, there is no fixed for their publication. All of us, we know that every journal, it should publish some papers by volume and issues, and each volume and issue it should be published in the specific date of that journal. If they have exceed that frequencies, that means the journal will be candidated to be a predatory or maybe a blacklist. Who made this definition, or who prepared the blacklist? The first definition of a predatory or means, or another names of that list, it's called the a blacklist or predatory list. It was issued by Professor Jeffrey Bell. He's a librarian and scientist in the UK. At the first time, because of his field in the libraries and documentation science, he just started studying the behavior of the journals and books at 2008. At that time, he just discovered some of, we know that Scopus and Web of Science indexations has become very familiar recently. But at that time, those indexations or those databases, maybe it's not got interested by many users. Why? For several reasons. So after he studying the publishers and journals, and he find some rules related to the journals, he defining the list. Suppose maybe we are defining a list of workshop or workstations or shops or markets or hotels or maybe any other things based on their services, and we are give a rank to these hotels or restaurant or whatever based on their services. Suppose 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars. His idea the same. So he just made a list of journals and put the rules of choosing that journal as a predatory. So what are the rules? The main important rules, it's listed in the previous slide, the double-blind review and all these things. At that time, he made the list in the free web log. Means if you do not have any websites, you can join to any blog free and put whatever you want to do there, maybe post or websites. So many company or so many web provider, they have give these services in free of charge. So he put the first predatory list at the Weebly. This is a free blog, and he defined all the information about the predatory. Also, he's created another websites later, these two websites, but these two websites just created recently, 3-4 years, 5 years maximum. But this, no, it was created at the earlier time. So at that time, when he announced that list, because of he's a famous professor, and he's from UK and from reputed university, and he's follow very accurate and very honest rule. A lot of universities and peoples and scientists organization, whatever, they believe on his decision. Means if the journal it was listed in his list, they will recommend to not they will recommend to those authors or their authors do not submit their papers to that journal. Day by day, year by year, that list it was increased, and the journal have noticed that there is something they have impact on their process. And many websites, many universities, many organizations around the world start follow his rules to control their publication, because he announced that this journal why it's become predatory because of these things. Maybe they are doing a lot of things related to mirror journals, related to review process and whatever. So in his website, there is two important or three important buttons. This one and this, and for publisher, journals, and Hajgit. For publisher, he listed the name of the publisher. We know that each publisher, maybe suppose if the publisher as a university, now we are noticed that many universities around the world, they have several journals that already belongs to them. So we call that university as a publisher. So the journal, it was already issued or founded under the publisher umbrella and under the publisher information. The Hajgit means that journal, it was copied or mirrored by some other or original or verified journals. Suppose it's let us say it was defined as a copied journal. Maybe if you are go to the market and would like to purchase iPhone smartphone, so they have show you this is the original phone and this is the copied phone. The copied phone means it's look like the same, but it is not having all the infrastructures or all the devices that already used in the original one. This the same situation here. The Hajgit journal means it's a fake journal and it was duplicated from original websites. This is the screen of both websites, and recently this one was compliant by many others around the world or journals or editors, and it was closed, and this is still activated, and many universities, many countries around the world, they have considered this as a main sources to select the good publisher. How the journal become predatory? This is the first question who arise to everyone would like to know the situations of that. The first thing is based on the Reputable rules, because he put the rules to define or to include the journal in the predatory list. And to be very honest, creating any journal to that scientist list is take more than 4 to 5 months. It's not, suppose if you do not like any journal and you are right, this journal is predatory, you cannot expect the journal it will be created to that list within 1 or 2 days. No, he follow the rules of creating that journal to the list by follow some steps and monitor the publication of that journal. Then maybe minimum 4 to 6 months to be created. And the second reason is by the research center. Why many organizations, many research center around the world, if they have noticed that most of their papers gone to the certain journal or certain publisher, they will be afraid why that journal or publisher accepted all our papers. That doesn't mean our papers having good quality with the same level. So this is the second reason also. The third reason is by individual users. Also, some other interested user, maybe they are looking to certain journal and they are compliant about that journal by send all the materials to the Reputable. And the fourth reason also is by the government. Why? Because the government also they have monitor their payments transactions, to whom and to where those transaction is gone. Maybe they have noticed that in one time I have read one post about one predatory journal, how they are discover that publisher or journal is fake journal. In one month, more than 400 transactions it was made from single country to the journal country itself. So after they do the investigation about the journal and the originality of that journal, they have discovered that journal is fake journal. So this is also the fourth reason to know if to know about the fake journal or predatory journal. This is a screenshot of the information that provided by Bill List websites. If you want to call him for some reasons, and the main things in that website is already mentioned that we are an in-house team. Why? Because if they are announced themselves and locations and office, many compliance it comes to them, it will be arised by the journal and publishers. So this is the growth scenario or growth history of the bill list at the 2012-11. It was a publishers. It's the main part of the journal, means is the founded of the journal. Suppose maybe MDBI is called a publisher. It's having more than 100 journals. So MDBI is called publisher, and the journal under the different name is called the journal. So from 18 to 1155 publisher, and currently more than 3,000 publisher. You will find 3,000 publisher. Under each publisher there is 100 plus, or maybe whatever the number journals there. And this is the announcement of one specialist people who give a feedback about Bill. Let us go for the case study of this workshop because we have a specific time, and within half an hour we should finalize this seminar with more than 60 slides. So let us go fast and look into this journal. If you are browsing about the name of this journal in the Google, you will find two websites. If you are join the simple things to check any journal in the if it is indexed in Scopus or not, we are going to CMAGO, and the second websites we are going to Scopus preview. And after writing the name of the journal or ISSN, we can check if that journal it is indexed or not. So by taking the example of this journal, if we are writing the information in both websites, what we have expected to see, this is the example of the journal when we go to the Scopus preview and when we are go to the CMAGO. If we are press on this link, at the link of journal homepage and the link of journal homepage and the CMAGO, we are finding that different results there for this journal as a case study. Let us go back to this slides. Scopus, they have indexed this websites, and the CMAGO indexed this websites. So we want to be sure that which one is original. Suppose this is just a case study. Why? Because both websites, it was promoted by agents or intermediary persons, and many users, authors, they are published in both journals. So the first question who arise by all the peoples, okay, if we want to check if the journal is Scopus index or not, we go to the Scopus because it's already belongs to the Scopus. From the January of 2024, the links of journal homepage, it was removed from all the journal that indexed in Scopus. That means if you want to check if the journal is verified and corrected, correct indexed in Scopus, previous, this link maybe help you to identify 70% of the journal. But for the remaining 30, you have to use your experience. Why? Because I give you one example here. They have the Scopus already indexed different journal other than the original journal. If there is someone who already copy the journal and submit the application to Scopus, this is the original website, so please update or please add the links to my websites. The Scopus, after checking specific things, and they have created his link as the link of the journal. And because of so many complaints about this process, Scopus announced that from the 2024 January, they have removed all the links of the journal. So now you have to use your experience to publish any paper. Do not believe on their information on the datasets. Why? I give you one case study here again. Suppose this one already, this journal already indexed in their websites, and this journal indexed in CMOGO. CMOGO is very bad platform. Why? Because their updation it comes after 1 or 2 years. You also you only know that some information about the journal, maybe journal email, journal scope, journal quartal, and also this information is very old. Why? If you are browsing some journals, you will not find it. The last update of that journal is 2024. You will find it 2022 or sometime 2023. They have a large and big information, and they cannot update those information in easy mode. So let us go to address a message to the Scopus about which journal is fake or not, because now we have selected two journals as a case study, two websites for the same journal, and we would like to check if that journal was fake or not. Just a small confirmation, I am audible, please. I am audible. Hello. Okay, thank you.
We can. Your voice is.
Yeah,
is
I'm
clear,
just.
sir.
Okay, okay. Uh, um, okay, now I got a confirmation from chat. It is good to talk with me in chat. So uh, let us go for Scopus and address a message to ask them about the journal. I have find it. This already issued by me by myself. I have sent them. There is two websites for the journal, two publisher name. Which one is? And you are indexing this one and someone. So they have answered me. The Scopus team, they have answered me. We are follow this journal because this is original, and they are give me a website of the original undocumented websites of the journal itself. And then we ask CMOGO team to. This is the message of me and the response from Elsevier. So if I maximize this, you will find this is my name and this is the Scopus support team, and everything fine. So they have given me another answer about this one. They are announced that this journal, it was original one, and all the papers published in this journal will be indexed in Scopus. But if I visit this journal link, it will show it will redirect me to this website. And if I when I ask them, here they are confirm me this is the original one. I think you can watch here the name of the journal. Okay, so they are announced this the original one. So I informed them about this link. So they said we are updating our websites. It will be updated soon. Later, before I am sending my paper to that journal, I'm just go to the predatory websites that already arise by Jevrable. I'm just checking the journal name here by writing the name of that journal. I am not find it, and then uh, also write the publisher name of that journal in this. Also, I am not find it, but I have seen here there is a publisher name. It look like similar to this one. So I'm just visit that link and to watch what is the difference. So they have announced they have not included this journal here. So after several months, at 2019, at the end of 2019, they have created this one, and they have created this journal is connected to the publisher name. You just looking to this publisher name, and later, after that, what we are discover here, we are discover here the the journal that already indexed by Scopus. It was fake journal, and the paper that indexed in Scopus from this journal, it was removed from Scopus database. And they have sent us apologize email when we are asking them what happened, why the papers had been removed from the data. So they said we are sorry because of that journal. It was not uh, uh, legal journal. But a lot of others they have lost their works, and they have lost their uh, papers because they have published they have published their research work in wrong journal. And even you are withdraw from the journal itself, it will be visible to the databases. Suppose Google, suppose some other databases, it will be visible. And also, if you are searching about it, you will find it somewhere. So let us go for the other details of predatory list of that already arised by Jevrable. You will find some other resources about the conferences, about the fake indexations like DOAG, like DOI, like some other references. You will find some information here that for the other fake materials. So to conclude that both Scopus and Simago, they don't have synchronized list. I think many of you and many of attendees here, they will ask, I want to submit my paper to some honest and legal publisher without worried about everything. I will give you this thing at the end of this seminar. But I have find some uh, uh, not maybe let us say there is no cooperations among the websites of Scopus and their Simago. Why? Because Simago they already synchronized the information from Scopus itself. They have updated their information based on the Scopus. Scopus itself, they don't have any regular rules to update the journals that already indexed in their database. Why? Because every month or maybe every 2 months, they already announce there is some list of the journal already discontinued from Scopus. And a lot of others around the world, they already lost their money because of this update. Let us take another example here. By selecting this journal, for 2 years, this journal already published and indexed in Scopus with more than 400 articles. The minimum article processing charge of this journal was 4 to 500 from different other some country 200. After publishing more than 300 papers, the journal already removed from Scopus, and they have announced that this journal it was fake journal and the other original journal it's a difference. Let us go. If we are searching about the journal and publisher name in the predatory list, we cannot find it. Also, this is the. Let us go for another example. This journal is called Hajj Journal. Why? This journal at the left side already indexed in Scopus, and now many of others around the world they already receive invitation to contribute. If you are receive invitation to publish your paper in certain journal, do not believe that. Why? The Scopus journal do not send any invitations. Okay, so after 2 years or maybe 3 years, by publishing a lot of papers, the Scopus removed the journal and remove all the papers related to the journal and indexing this one. And they have announced that this one is the original one, and the previous one it was Hajit one. So let us compare that things. What about the others who already published their papers because of the mistake of Scopus team, and how they can withdraw their papers? They cannot publish their papers in other. Why? Because the fake websites cannot be managed by announced people or maybe known peoples. And also you can visit that peoples or maybe text them to no. I will give you some evidence about that. Also millions of dollars, because more than the last time they have counted how many journals and publisher already duplicated. We have reaching to the list more than 3,000 to 4,000 journal and websites already copied from fake content, from original content. So there is the drawbacks of this list. There is no fast response. There is no fast update from them. Also, because they have managed a lot of journals, around 27,000 journals with their details. So I think they have to do very fast and very hard work to be to be maybe updated their contents in fast manner. Let us go for another example. This journal, it was published a lot of papers from authors around the world. Why? Because the original websites of this journal, it was Chinese journal. So uh, how we detect the journal is fake or not? Because I am publish my paper, or I am browsing paper or browsing the journal name in Google. If I find there is two websites for that journal, I have to do my investigations. But if you are searching about the journal in the English language, you will not find the journal. Why? Because simply the name of the journal in Chinese. So it has been also stay for 2 or 3 years, and also they have cheat the Scopus team about this websites. Why? Because already they are using English language, and also there is no similar websites for that journal, and publish thousands, if not more, articles from different authors with many charges variations. Uh, I think at this slide we have to go and put our rules to check if the journal it was good or not, or reputed journal, or mirror or Hajgit journal. The first thing, you have to check the editorial board information. If you go to the editorial board of the journal, I'm talking about the journal that you do not have background about them. I will give you a list with 100 publishers that already their journals cannot be merged or cannot be hatched. I will show you at the end of this seminar. So to check any journal, the first thing we have to browse the editorial board information. The second, the previous published paper, and search about that paper in the Scopus. By selecting any random papers and searching about them. Check the payment information of the journal. Check the comments about the journal in Simago. Maybe some other people so already announced that the journal is fake, maybe in Simagos or some other, and navigate the papers that already published in that journal. If you find the papers already published in different subjects, you will you be aware that journal is not original. I will give you here one example about this. This journal, they already announced the editorial board names, but if we are searching about the professor name in the Google, we will not find it. Means it's a fake editorial information. This journal also The fake journal already copied information and copy websites of the original one. Another websites, what they are doing, the hackers, they already include the papers from the original websites to their fake websites. Why? Because they expect that you, the first action you do is to browsing the previous published paper and searching about some. So they already included the fake and original papers that already published, and later the journal already announced that there is a duplicated websites. Here I select one journal, already fake journal, and if you have noticed that they already included the previous published issues in the original one and the fake one. They have mixed, and after these mixations you will be not recognize the process of them, and they have published 100 plus papers around the world with many taxes. Also, the fake journal are not published. Sorry, are not published the papers in free access. Why? Because already it will be visible to everyone. What they have to do, they are publish the title and abstract and put a PDF icons for the paper. But if you are press on that icon, they ask you to register in their website. When you are registered to the websites, you cannot log into their websites. Why? Because this option already disabled by them. Also, another reason for the predatory, it was from the agents. This agents from UK, and he announced the journals that he can help the peoples to publish their papers in that journal. After checking all the journal in this list, I'm just selecting the first five, and with the blessing of Allah, all the journal here are fake journal. Here the sample of the previous published paper for this journal. This is a fake journal, and if we are find the papers, it belongs to medicine, agriculture, arts, religion, pure science, engineering, anything. So after 2 years of publications, the journal is already announced as a fake journal. And if you are checking the journal information here, you will find Gmail. So most of the fake journal, they are using Gmail like this also. They are using Gmail email. Without any, if you are searching about this name and this name, you will not find anything. So the original journal, they have announced full information about their editors, about their office, about their contacts, anything. Also, some fake journal, they don't have editorial board list like this. Some other predatory indexation like Kobe, like Steam, like some other indexations about other sources. So how to protect ourselves? Protect ourselves by do not consider any journal that already announced by intermediary. Suppose this is the Facebook post. He mentioned that he can fast publication in certain journal in Q2, and this is the websites of the journal and everything correct. But after publishing your paper in that journal, the journal is already discontinued from Scopus since 3, 4, 5 months ago, or maybe 1 year ago. Why? Because the Scopus, what they are doing, they are announced to, they are sending a message to editor in chief of the journal. Your journal now under the investigation. The investigation time is around 4 to 5 months. Okay. After that, they announced to him this your journal it has been discontinued from Scopus. Up to date to update their websites, it take around 1 year. Through this year, the journal publish as much as possible papers from others with cheap prices also. Why? Because they have already received a decision, their journal will be discontinued. For that reason, you will find it the journal post and journal announcement every and anywhere. So also the publication speed of that journal become increased. Another reason to include any journal in predatory, they have invited anyone to review their paper. Suppose this journal is very reputed journal, very reputed publisher. But what is their mistake? They have invited they have invited junior reviewers, suppose MSc students. They don't have very much experience about the review process to review some papers that belongs to professors or the experienced people. So for those genius reviewers, they will not give good comments to the journal. So this is the reason. And also we have to take care. Most of the Chinese journal that already designs in very perfect manner. When the journal, it was many journals, it was were copy or like Hajj journal. Suppose this journal also the same scenario of the previous one, but what is the difference? They have announced Scopus Q2 and everything fine. Also, you will find the comments of editor-in-chief of the fake journals in the Simago and the Scopus. If you are submitting your paper here, you will find a tracker and everything correct. Everything correct. They will give you review notes, they will give you revision, they will receive official acceptance letter, everything fine. Everything. You are checking the websites of Scopus, you are checking everything, you will find everything is correct. If you are messaging to the Scopus, they will give you this journal is correct. But how we are discover this journal, they have charging the money through Western Union. The original websites, journals, they cannot charge it through fast money or fast payment or no. They are issue invoice to a non-personal account. It's a company account or maybe some other accounts, official accounts. So after that, after 2 years, by publishing more than for this journal, they are publishing more than thousands articles from my country, 400 articles with 400 USD. I have collaborated with this journal and signed the contract for the fake journal to publish my papers, 50 papers. They are give me discount 350 USD. I have published, I have signed the contract with 15,000 USD. But what I have discovered out of them, I have seen the previous issues of this journal in Scopus. They are indexing half of the published paper. So after investigation and several search about this journal, I have seen that journal, it was already copied from the original one, and all the indexed papers in this journal, it was removed, and everyone lost the work and time and money. So to conclude this seminar here, the UNESCO announced the reputed publishers around the world. These publishers, their websites cannot be copied. Why? If you are go to the MDBI, if you are go to the Springer, their websites and their journal links cannot be mirrored by hackers. Okay, if you will find Elsevier, IEEE, IIB, IOB, any one of this list, no one can duplicate their websites. I hopefully this links, it will be a main source now for me. I'm follow these publishers to send my papers after doing some mistakes to learn. I have decided all my papers, it will go only for this list. I will not submit my paper out of this list. Thank you for the listening, and thank you again for inviting me to join this workshop, and hopefully the information provided in this workshop, it will be benefits to the peoples who would like to publishing their works in the journal. And thank you for the university, for the committee, for chairs, patrons, deans, whatever, with the respects of their names, who are organizing this workshop and inviting me. I'm really pleased to present this workshop under the guidance and organization from the Mariam Abacha American University in Nigeria. And my grace to all the peoples there, and happy Ramadan, inshallah. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking your time to make this presentation, which I consider as a masterpiece. And we also thank you most sincerely for exposing us to the. Hello, please, can you hear me, sir? Hello? Hello, sir, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yes, yes. Now your voice is good. Now your voice good.
We thank you, sir, most sincerely for taking us through the rudiments of writing and publishing research articles in reputable journals. And we also thank you for your painstaking efforts to ensuring that your paper is presented in such a way that it is easily understandable and digestible by every participant. Thank you once again, sir.
My
And
pleasure, sir.
just like it was announced earlier that the audience participation session will begin only after the two papers have been presented. So I would like to invite the next presenter, who is Dr. Mutmainna from the Department of English, University of Armandar, Indonesia, for her presentation. But please, I would like to say, if you can hear me loudly, that you have only 30 minutes for your presentation due to the time factor. So please, Mr. Ma, you have 30 minutes for your paper. Thank you.
Sound is not. Unmute yourself there. Unmute yourself.
Mute yourself. We can't hear you. You can unmute yourself. No. Can you unmute her from there?
No, she's already on. Just I think it's on earlier. And she was just after.
Hello?
She's trying to understand. She's trying to. Just tell her to join. Probably sit down with them.
Hello? We can't hear you.
So probably
Up to now.
should we join?
Okay.
You have to unmute yourself, Mutamina. You have to unmute yourself.
Hello, you can rejoin, please.
Just
You can exit and you can rejoin.
Unmute. Mutamina, you can rejoin again. Okay, you have to left and join again.
Please, if you're having any difficulty, you can exit the meeting and rejoin.
Yeah, she do that. She left and they will join again.
very emphasize the meeting, introduce the meeting so that people get.
Sorry, what time is it now in Nigeria? What time is it?
It's 2 minutes after 11 a.m.
Huh?
2 minutes after 11 a.m. 11 to
Okay.
Yeah, so they do the event so that people.
And for those who have just joined us, this is Mariam Awesha University one-day online international workshop on article publication in reputable journals. And during this workshop, we are going to have 2 presentations. And we already have 1 presentation. And the next presentation is coming up in a moment. And please stay tuned because we are going to learn a lot from this presentation. We have learned so much from the first presentation, and definitely we are going to learn a lot from the second one. And please ready your questions so that you can ask them after the second paper has been presented. And it's like the second presenter is back online. Yes.
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, perfect. Now it's perfect.
Sorry, I use my phone now because for laptop, my mic unmute. That's why
Okay.
this is my problem. Okay.
All the best there.
So
All the
sorry.
best.
Yeah. Yeah, I use my phone. Okay. This is for mic. I use my phone, and then for the screen, I use my laptop. Okay, so it's fine. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening from Indonesia and good afternoon in Nigeria. First of all, before I start my presentation, I want to say thank you very much to the principal of Mariam Abacha American University of Nigeria, my dear Professor Muhammad Israr, for having me and invite me here. And also, I think this is the second time we are in this university. This is not the first time, so I really happy with our collaboration together. And all of the academicians in this forum, I see that all of you are in this forum, and then we are live in the YouTube right now. So hi everyone. And then for today, I want to share to you my topic regarding about how to publish in reputable journal. That I think Professor Ahmed J. Obaid having so many explanation about the journal, because you know sometimes this is happening also to me, how to write in this reputable journal, and then you know there are so many challenges to publish, and yeah, you know this is also totally happening. Also, I also meet namely predatory journal, and then this is we sharing our experience to all of you. I'm going to share my presentation. Wait a bit. This is visible to all of you. Can you see?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. Oh, happy Ramadan to all of you. Okay, my name is Mutmainna, but you can call me Nina. This is some of my organization, national and international organization. I am lecturer in the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education at my university, Universitas Al Azhar Mandar, and then with my dear Professor Ahmed J. Obaid, we have collaboration from 2020 when we are in the COVID-19, and until right now we are do so many collaborations, so many projects together, and I hope all of you from MAAUN you can be joined with us together to do the many collaboration, maybe with the student, the lecturer, and all of the academician. Before I start my presentation, because to choose the right journal, this is very important also how to write in good paper, in good article. For the first, this is the sum of the key topic. If you wanted to write the outstanding paper, here I share to you my interpretation, my opinion about accelerating digital transformation on educational sector. There are 5 the highlight issue. Then it will be good topic for your paper. The first one about injected artificial intelligence in education. I think right now this is the very famous and popular topic, or I say this is the sexy topic now about artificial intelligence. Maybe you can use namely chatbot, chat GPT, and so many artificial intelligence platform or humanoid. This is also the trending topic right now. And then there are so many scholars and so many research doing in this topic. And also me, my topic right now, I'm interested to identify and to investigation about artificial intelligence in the classroom. How about the student social interaction? How about the student cognitive? How about the student emotion? How about the student motivation to learn? And how about the student human interaction with the robot itself? This is virtual robot maybe. And then the next about mobile technology, because right now we are in the digital era, and then we are connected each other right now. Like today, I am in Indonesia, you are in Nigeria, Africa, and Professor Ahmed Jobaid in Iraq. We are together here in this platform. So this is we are in the mobile. We are a mobile right now, mobile academia. So this is so many collaboration we can do together by online, and then we have connected each other by using the social media like Facebook, like WhatsApp, like having our doing communication. Mobile technology right now we are familiar about remote teaching. That's why yesterday when I am discussed with my dear Professor Muhammad Israel, I asked him, how about MAAUN? Do you have online class? Can we joining with you without we are entering Nigeria, for example? So it will be good a collaboration to having so many students and to cooperate so many academians in online because we are mobile. So virtual classroom, of course, right now for today we are practicing namely virtual classroom. So what about the student understanding? What about the people? They are watching us online. Are they getting? Are they get so many knowledge and information? Even we are sharing about how to writing in good and reputable journal by this is online. You can also study about this issue. This chain education, ICT culture, information communication technology culture. This is also very important thing because right now there are so many lecture or so many teachers avoid the student to bring a smartphone or laptop in the classroom. I think this is bad ideas because right now we must be adapt with this situation. We are in the digital era, so that's why everything right now we must increase our competence, our skill, and our capability. Redesign curriculum. Of course, this is the sexy topic right now if you wanted to write a good article, excellent article about redesign curriculum. How right now the world redesign their curriculum because we are integrating namely the technology, media and the technology in our teaching and learning process. Of course, because this is situation our curriculum we must be also moderate also our curriculum we must also change and do the modernization of our curriculum like in Indonesia we having namely Merdeka Belajar curriculum or independent learning right now the teacher and the lecturer they are gonna be learn together and then having so many research not only depend on the textbook because before COVID-19 everything we must be um, having everything by textually not in the contextual textually mean this is we just only come back to our textbook we don't need to find another resource like in Google Scholar or we find some another books in Google. So right now we having also we free to having so many resources in our classroom. And injected technology, of course, this is a very important thing. And I hope you can also do so many investigation about this how about using technology in your teaching and learning process and handling or right now we are familiar namely hybrid learning blended learning and then hyplex hybrid flexible learning environment for right now we are in the hybrid you have you are there offline, you are in your office, you're in your university, and some of the students, they are online. This is normally hybrid learning environment. So we must be adapt with this situation. And also this is a very excellent way to do so many collaboration, international collaboration. The third about infuse smart digital classroom management. So this is also the very important thing to manage our university with the smart digital classroom management or smart management or smart class, whatever this is the meaning. But the very important, you need to be mastering namely triple quantum learning, quantum teaching, and then quantum technology. This is the very important one. The triple quantum, the way we are learning, we must change. The way we are teaching also we must change. And then the way we are use the media and the technology. This is namely a triple quantum. And the cybergogi, this is one of the theory from Wang Enkang about when we are combined between our pedagogy and the technology. But this is not only about the pedagogy and the technology itself, but also how we are have responsibility how to improve our student the metacognitive skill. The metacognitive skill, this is about knowing how to learn, because we are be adapt with this the technology. There are so many platforms, there are so many artificial intelligence tools, there are many social media tools that we can be used and use in our classroom. But the most important about knowing how to learn. This is the very important skill. And the last about the sixth industry revolution. We are entering sixth industry revolution right now. We are having harmony between human and machine. Yeah. And then we can be encourage our students to make more informed, having ethical decision, and then they are also how to practice to use this technology in good manner. So this is some of the highlight issue that you can be write and you can be choose as your topic to help you to write the outstanding paper. So this is the topic for today, how to write and publish academic article. The first one, we must think about our clear research question. So this is the very important one. Why we choose this, or we identify, we know the gap between the reality, the problem, and we identify so many problems that happening right now in our study, for example. Second, about robust methodology and compelling manuscript. So before we start everything, we can choose in the right research topic. What is your passion? For example, I am from education, but the mind of my subject is English for education. And then my question is about the technology, how to use, for example, artificial intelligence in the classroom, how we are combine so many technology like social media in the classroom. This is my passion. I don't know what about your passion, but you can start to write outstanding paper with you choose your passion. Maybe the passion about the technology, for example, we can be doing the treatment or experiment about the technology like ChatGPT or some of the artificial intelligence platform that we can be downloaded in Google Play Store, and then we can see about it, the emotion, the student emotion. What about the student interest? What about the student behavior, attitude about this? The cognitive also, the psychomotoric also. We can be divided into some highlight issue about this technology, for example. The second one about feasibility, available of resource and expertise. I mean that this is when you choose, you can find another resource that supporting your paper and relevant. Of course, this is will be relevant with your the background. And the research paper writing here, you identify the research problem and then collect some of relevant data. The data, this is mean that how you can compare between your data and another data. I mean that here to choose the right population, for example, I think when you wanted to publish to Scopus, yeah, I know probably no, this is a very important and very excellent ways. This is about your population. You should be having the number or the member of your population in the big one, and then but this is depend on your methodology, right? And then about your how to choose your sample. Maybe your sample, yeah, you choose by randomly or by purposive, and so many. And then the second about analyzing your data, you can be analyze your data maybe by using some of technology application like is ASPSS. And then I think when you are having collaboration with some other, maybe you can divide it your rule of there. Maybe one outdoor will be help you to analyze the data, describing your data, and so many. Write the research paper, also you write, and then before you are published, you must proofread. So this is the step to planning a research paper. Yeah, this is come back again about define your topic. The topic, this is a very important. You must choose the right or excellent the topic. Maybe you cannot be increase your variable. For example, you find some article. Oh, this article I see they are not investigate or having analyzing for student behavior, for example. So you can adding more your variable. Plan your research. Maybe you can building your team also here, or maybe you can write a single writer over there is okay, but you plan your research based on your gather background and then find the search term. This is to finding, and then it will be support your literature review. And then search for resource. Yeah, of course you can use book. Yeah, we can use article. The article you can find in Google Scholar or maybe in another application, maybe in WAS, maybe in IEE platform. And then write a thesis and create an outline before we are entering to writing our full paper. Maybe we create our outline, and yeah, you write your paper. So this is again another suggestion for you before you are when you are choose your topic, the analytical. Maybe you this is you context the problem that already accept, and then choose the topic again that interests to you. But remember, the topic also, this is based on your passion together with your team. Because sometimes we having our team together in one paper. Maybe we are 6 other or 7 other. It's okay. It's fine. Or maybe you are also the single one. It's okay. So gather the source, and we make sure about the relevant source that connected to our paper. This is to increasing our reference. Maybe you find a 60 paper to compare each other, and then you will be choose your great ideas before you are writing your paper. Make a note, and then compose the body of your term, the paper. Make introduction and conclusion, and the last we can give your term paper to appropriate friends. And the next, this is avoiding a plagiarism. Sometimes our paper reject because our plagiarism very high. Yeah, I think I don't know when about Professor Robert. Are you still there? How many percent that you are accept the paper? Maybe sometimes just I have a paper with Professor Obaid, and he is the editor. He asked me to make the plagiarism only 3% or 5% because this is indexing Scopus. So that's why the plagiarism, this is a very important. How to avoid the plagiarism, how to write in good manner our paper, and then we can be accept in namely Scopus. So avoiding plagiarism, the first one, you remember about ethical writing, and you understanding this is the plagiarism itself. You just copy and paste your uh, from another article, and then make sure about your citing source. Your citing source, this is maybe you must be use the update source, the article. You when you wanted to cite the article, maybe you must um, take or cite in the current year. For example, right now we are in 2024. Yeah, you cite the article based on 2024 or 2023, or just this is on the new one. So this is some of the ideas for preventing plagiarism in writing. There are 10 here. I think you see here. The very important, you must do paraphrase. Maybe you can use the quillbot, but sometimes we still having the proof reading, and then make sure about the grammatical in English, because mostly the paper we are, yeah, we publish and then we write in international language like English. So you can use namely a plagiarism tool, namely Turnitin. You can see there when you upload it in Turnitin, you can find how many the number of your plagiarism in percent. So this is when you wanted to write paper step by step. Make sure about the research planning. You're writing your manuscript and you review and refine. So the second topic about craft and compelling manuscript. This is there are three the key point here about our introduction must be connected to our methodology and to result and discussion. I think in introduction we must be having we showing the problem, the gap here, and what is your solution to solve this problem, to solve this the problem, and then you choose the right methodology. And then when you have present your result and design, this is based on your methodology. Maybe your methodology, this is totally pure quantitative, or this is qualitative, or maybe you are do namely a mixed method design methodology. And this is effective literature research strategy. And then you can find to support your article to be more outstanding. Keyword selection. Maybe the keyword selection, this is a very important one, because this is the keyword will be help us to increase our citation. And then the literature review. We are entering now how to write good literature review. There are three here. The domain about literature search. Yeah, you can find in Google, maybe in Google Scholar, in WOS platform, or another platform. Analysis and synthesis, because this is we come back again to our topic, and we can be make sure about our literature of that. And the last about the critical review, we must see about the access, the strength, and the weakness of the literature to inform the research. Well, review and revise. And after we write our introduction, our literature review, before we are entering to another chapter, maybe we can be review and revise, because right now we wanted to going to writing to make sure about the methodology. Now we are entering about research methodology. There are three here that actually the main point in research methodology. The first one, collaborative research environment, organized research material, and data collection and analysis. The first thing to do about your research design or your method design that I mentioned before, maybe you choose your topic and then your methodology. This is depend on the problem. Maybe you choose mixed method or quantitative or qualitative. And how to building the strong methodology. There are 3 here about your research planning. Develop clear plan outline about your objective and the methodology. Your data collection, you can write how you collecting your data step by step according to your instrument. Maybe in the instrument you use, for example, the test, and you can write how to collecting the achievement from the test. Maybe after that you use questionnaire for example or observation. Step by step you must writing how you collecting the data. And the last, you do your analyzing and interpretation. There are so many statistic application that you can use. Not only SPSS, maybe you can use Smart PLS, or maybe you use another application to support your finding and discussion. And then refining research method, there are 3: enhance the technique, iterative evaluation, and interdisciplinary approach. So this is also the most important when you want to write good article. And the next about conducting a peer review, maybe before we are entering to submit our paper is ready, we can ask our friend, our colleague, our teamwork to do the peer review about our manuscript. And navigate the submission process. I think Professor Obaid have explained more about how you do the submission, and I just share a little bit, share again about navigate the submission process. We must be, including everything. We must follow the template of the journal, because one journal and another journal, they have a different template. The template, and of course make sure about the citation style, maybe APA style or maybe MLA style. And the second, follow submission guideline. This is when you want to upload it, track submission. And the last, address reviewer feedback. Yeah, we have so many feedback from reviewer, and sometimes we just, after we review so many times, and then finally our paper rejected or declined. This is this is okay, it's fine. So choose the right journal. The right journal, I think Professor Obaid also have explained to us about the right journal, how to identify the original journal. Then we compare with the predatory journal or the cloning journal. I don't know what is the name, because this is depend on us again. The right journal, you can see the reputation, the index, the SGR index, the scope. Make sure our paper, this is related to the journal scope. For example, I am my specialization education. I cannot be write the paper regarding to education. The next about the impact and the submission guideline. So dealing with rejection, we know sometimes we are having the rejection, and then we can make sure and don't worry about the rejection. We can be withdraw our paper, and then we can be published in another journal. Common pitfall in academic writing about lack of clarity. Sometimes this is happening maybe because we are having rejection because lack of clarity, improve recitation, and weak the structure of our journal. Collaborative research project, sometimes we can do some of the collaboration. Maybe right now we are here, we open collaboration to all of you. And then this is the example of my class when I do my studies about artificial intelligence. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So we are practically use the artificial intelligence in the class. So this is the documentation. We are already also doing the documentation about our studies. And then this is my paper that I shared to you on the chat, the link. You can also feel free to download it and then also to write. Maybe this is about AI, artificial intelligence. So this is some of our collaboration together. This is proceeding Scopus, and maybe you can publish to conference Scopus, indexing Scopus. Yeah, maybe you go ahead to Professor Obaid. And then this is with the Taylor and Francis, and then Wiley. I think that so many good publishers we are also there. So this is also by collaboration together. We're having right now our international collaboration as editor in IG Global. This is the excellent publisher. And thank you for having me and invite me. I hope this is I hope you like my presentation and you get it the information. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay.
It is okay?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this insightful presentation. We really appreciate this very educative presentation from you. Please, can you hear me? Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Hello, please. Am I on? Can you hear me, please? Please, can you hear me loud and clear? Am I audible, please?
Yeah.
Yes, you are audible, yes. But your sound is not coming to us in a proper way.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. We've really learned a lot from you during the very important presentation. And moving forward is the audience participation section, which is the main thrust of this workshop. And we are going to attend to the questions that will be forwarded from the physical audience. So if anybody here has any question, please. Okay, we have a faculty member, Dr. Abdullahi Naina, who is going on with his question. So you can go ahead.
4 seconds delay, okay. Can they hear you? Yes, yes. Take the mic, man. Take the mic. Why? What's in the mic? Thank you very much. I am Dr. Abdullahi Garba of Maria Abacha American University, that is a general education unit. I'm a psychologist, a medical sociologist, and a development professional. I give a great commendation and comment to the organizers of this event in collaborations with our partners. That is the two speakers. In fact, you have given an elaborate, thank you. You have given an elaborate discussion in line with the academia meaning, based on research, academic writing, improving academic writing, academic research, and what have you. I have 3 questions, 2 for the first speakers and 1 for the second speaker. And my question goes this way. The first question is that, that's Dr. Ahmed J. Obaid. I need a clear cut on the issue of fabricated websites, that is branding a co-opted predator or publisher. How does that mean? I need a clear cut on this particular point, that is fabricated website, and how can somebody understand a fabricated website? Number 1. Number 2, what
Yes.
Hello? Hello? What is the difference between predator journal and hijack journal? And if there's any difference, which one appears to be real? That is predator journal and hijack journal. Which one appears to be real? These are the 2 questions for Dr. Ahmed J. Obaid. And this third question goes to Dr. Mutmainna. From your preamble of your discussion, you highlighted some codes that mostly by UNESCO on digital transformation through quantum learning, quantum technology, mobile learning, accelerated learning, metacognitive skills, redesigned curriculum, infused hybrid blended environment, all aimed at providing AI tools. In this regard, is it on every circumstances a student or a faculty or a researcher will be advised to be applying AI tools on a research or on academic writing, looking at the fact that these AI tools have promoted some level of laziness in terms of deep research investigation that is expected to be carried out by students, because so many people go for a soft landing using the AI tools to get what they want and paraphrase. So what is your input on that? Thank you.
Muthammina, I think you, because the ladies first, you please start your answer, and then after you, I will start my answers.
Okay, Professor, thank you so much. My dear Professor, thank you very much for your excellent question. I think this is a very wonderful question for me. Regarding about the topic that I mentioned before, this is some of the highlight issue, the trending topic when you wanted to do your research, you do some investigation about this problem. I think mostly this is happening also in my country, in Indonesia and in Asia. This is that I mentioned to you about the AI, and also about the ethical of to use AI. I know that this is so many controversial issue when we are use the artificial intelligence to do our to write our article. For example, we use ChatGPT, for example, and then and do the paraphrase. But remember, to write outstanding paper, we must have namely the citation, excellent citation. So that's why even the student, they are paraphrased, they must be also the student must also do the correction, and then the student must be also read some resource regarding what they are writing. Yeah, we cannot be identified, and then the plagiarism tools like Turnitin also identify when we are used by using ChatGPT or artificial intelligence. The Turnitin will be identified maybe 10% your article this is from artificial intelligence, and this is also happening with me because sometimes we are just getting the ideas from the ChatGPT, and then we are paraphrased, and then we are also compare with the some article, and the Turnitin still find this is from artificial intelligence. So that's why we must be paraphrased again, and then we must be yeah, this is the strong paper. This is from our paraphrasing. Even we are use ChatGPT, we use Quillbot, we use everything, so many tools, the technology, the artificial intelligence tools. This is come back again. We cannot be identified. This is human work or machine work. Don't worry about that, Professor. That's why we must also having so many experience to identify and to know which one this is by machine and which one this is created by the human. We cannot be identified. But if you are never to having experience for that, you will be loose to identify. You will be see that, oh, my student, this is excellent, but actually excellent from ChatGPT, for example, or excellent for another application, for example. But ChatGPT, for example, ChatGPT or Gemini or so many artificial intelligence, maybe Google Bard and so many, that we can be used as the tool. This is only the tools. This is only to make us to connect it some ideas, because this machine also Googling from the Google Scholar, from the Google. So everything in the Google they can be read. This machine will be read. So that's why after we having our outline, our manuscript, we must be also critically step by step to make sure about our citation. So that's why to writing good paper, this is come back again about the content of our paper itself. How we having our citation, how we can be compare our variable from the other. We have our novelty from the other. So this is a very important one. Even you having your passion, you must be also having your novelty, because the novelty, this is the new one that makes sure you to accept in a reputable journal like indexing by Scopus. So this is from me, and I don't know what about from Professor Obai. So thank you very much, Professor. Your voice, Prof.
Okay. Thank you very much, professors, for your really important questions. As I remember, the first question is related to how the journal has become Hajj journal. I am right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Fabricate
Any
website.
Okay. So there, the journal is it was designed. The journal websites, it was designed by uh, web designers. They have using several techniques for designing the websites of the certain journal. And there are two things of the designing platforms. The first technique is it's too difficult to duplicate the content of the websites, and the second is easy to duplicate it. Suppose now if you are visiting the Elsevier journals or Springer journals, they have not used a free open source management system, but some other journal they already using open journal system for the PKP company. It's a free source, and also you can purchase the license uh, theme by using maybe 400, 600, maximum 800 USD. You can duplicate it, that website to be similar to any journal that using already this source. Why the journals goes to the free source or maybe a cheap source for their websites? Because it's easy to manage, easy to handle, easy to everything. So it was hijacked or duplicated by many excellent or experienced hackers around the world. This is the first thing. The second thing, there is some bad employers who already working in Scopus. They already make a deal with the editors of that journals. We will index your journal in our database for 1 year, for 2 years, but you have to give us, for example, some thousands or hundred thousands or $1 million. This is a kind of, and for that reason, per year there are more than 100 employees already left from Scopus or already discarded from Scopus or from Elsevier company or organizations. Why? Because those people works in behind. They are already agreed with the editors of some journals and indexing that and make a dark business. Suppose if you are employed in any company and your salary around $1,000, you cannot reach $2 million by 2 years, or maybe 500,000 by 1 year. If you are stay employed at that company, you will not collect a good money at the end of your services. So for that reason, some bad people who already do that. And the second questions, I think how to protect ourselves to sending our papers to those journal, or can you please remember me
Yes, good.
Okay. So, for myself, I lost 4 papers. You know, we are still learn from our mistakes. We are still learn from our experience. How I know this presentation? To be very honest, I have prepared this presentation for 2 years. You know, the all in the information collected in this presentation, it was collected through 2 years from experience and from test and errors, and year by year, from time to time, I'm updating some things on that presentation. Why? Because you cannot discover if the journal it was good or not within 1 month, within 2 months, nothing like that. You have to monitor this journal for at least 1 year, 2 years, to be to got knowledge if that journal it was good or original. So according to small statistics, I will give you for one paper already published in 2022. That paper already counted how many papers that already published in fake journals. In fake journals. Okay? So how many papers they have studying all the most of the journals who already fake and counting the papers that already published in fake journals. They have reached to counting up to 17,000 papers that already published in fake journals. You just counted 17,000 papers. If each one charging 100 USD, I think we have reaching to 1 million and plus some thousands or some hundred thousands. But for those journals cannot charging 100 USD. Some journals 500, some journals thousands USD, some journals 2000, because they are experienced in this field. Hello? So I think, yeah, now let us focus how to know the journal, how become that journal fake or not. I give in my presentation 5 rules to check. The first thing, check the editorial board information, check the frequency of their publication, check the content information and submitting information of the journal, check the quality of the paper, the related information, check the transformation payments. For these 5 reasons, you will discover one is if everyone is weak, you have to consider that journal and the red line. But I give you I already share for the attendees in this presentation and this workshop. Sorry, I already share my presentation to Professor Muhammad Israr to share this knowledge to our peoples. So in that presentation, at the end of this presentation, you will find a list of the publisher. For each one, there are more than 100 journals. You are permitted or you are safe to go for that list and submit your papers to that list with, I think if we are counting the journal in that list with 68 publisher name, you will reach to around 3,000 journals. 3,000 journals, I think it is a very good list to contribute your research work. So to protect yourself, you have to take care about all the things that I have listed in my presentation. Why? Because I have collected from my mistakes and some friends' mistakes. I have give you a knowledge for 5 years, for much experience, for much tests, and for much lost. Because till up to this day, up to this time, I have seen a lot of fake journals. They are publishing many papers from the people around the world. Still this time. Why? Because we cannot stopping them. There is no rule to stop those peoples. They still working in the dark manner and still stealing my money, your money, and all these things. So I am collaborated with Mutamina for many projects. We can go for some projects with your university and your like for books, like for conferences, like for some other collaborations, and day by day, year by year, all our peoples will get experience in this field. We only give head points to these subjects, and the remind is already related to the peoples who already listened to us in this seminar, and hopefully they will got knowledge about our experience in this field. Thank you very much. And one question, sorry, I have seen one question here is very important in the chat room because too many questions there. But I have selected this question because it's really very good question. Many others they are asking if I send my paper to the wrong journal, I can using that that paper or not. The answer of that, if you are publish your paper in the wrong journal or fake journal, do not think to using the same. Why? Because many peoples they can steal that paper, they are copied that contents there, and also your contents will be free without any license. Why? Because now if we are publishing our papers in any journal, I means the reputed journal or the legal journal, what we are doing at the state of before the publication, we are just sign a contract or sign the copyright our papers already free to use by the journal. If there is someone steal my paper or using my paper, the journal will make a protection to my materials. But for fake journals, no anything. You are lost everything. But I think this is you have to take care and be carefully for that. Thank you again.
I see some questions from YouTube, so we will answer also on YouTube. That I already answered also some of the questions from YouTube. Don't worry. Most of them they asking about our presentation PPT.
Okay.
On YouTube.
So responding to
I have shared my materials, Mutammina. You have to share your materials to Professor Muhammad Israr. I already shared my presentation.
I did. And also I answered the question from YouTube because some of the question over there, I answered the question and they are also asked about our presentation. So I mentioned Professor Muhammad Israr, I mentioned your name. So you can share it also the file of our presentation over there. Yeah, there's so many comments on YouTube. I think it is very interesting workshop for today. Congratulations to all of you for organizing this.
Really, we are congratulate for making this workshop with more than I think 2,000 people who attend this, because most of the people really, they are lost money and works. Really, we are congratulate this university and the special grades for the people who are sitting in Ramadan and doing the great works. And special thanks to Muhammad Israr, Professor Muhammad Israr, for this. Really, we are very pleased to attend this workshop. All your team are amazing team. All your people are amazing peoples. Really, we are thank you all the people who are supporting this science.
Dr. Ahmed, I want to share in this workshop, there are more than 5,700 registered to attend this online workshop from 42 countries.
Inshallah, Professor, you just write anything in WhatsApp or chat me. We already collaborated with you in many projects, and we are happy to work with you and at any time and anywhere.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. It's like almost most of the questions on the chat box have been exhausted, so we are going to focus on some few more questions from the physical audience. I think we have one or two questions before we round up.
Wait a bit. For the participant on YouTube, I will answer your question about what is the application to check about the plagiarism. The very best tool, this is according to my experience, the very best tool, this is Turnitin, but use premium. Don't use free because free this is not how to say. Yeah, to the participant on YouTube, please you can choose a Turnitin application, but use the premium, the pro. Okay, there are so
Yes,
many questions on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you, Baba.
One more, Mutamil. I would like to add small things for her answer. For Torrington, there is an update. I have facing some questions from others. What they are doing, they don't have experience to check their similarity in, or plagiarism in Torrington. They are doing a mistake in their submission process, and they are storing the materials in the Torrington repository. That materials cannot be removed from Torrington in easy way. Okay, so this is another thing.
that is not necessarily Trinity. There are other things. People and others.
Okay,
So many
thank you
chats
very much.
on YouTube. Maybe one of the admin, you can go to YouTube and answer some of the participant question. Mostly they are wanted to having our presentation. So to all of the people on YouTube, we have shared our presentation to our Professor Muhammad Isra. So maybe you'll feel free to contact them. So they will be sharing our activity of that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's on YouTube. Masyarakat on YouTube.
Okay, thank you very much for taking your time to share your experience to make this wonderful presentation. So moving forward, I would like to give the mic to the Vice President of this university, Professor Dr. Habib Awais Abubakar, for his vote of thanks.
Let me first of all, on behalf of the management of Madam Abacha American University of Nigeria, to sincerely express our appreciation for the two presenters. The first presenter has really done so well in the areas of highlighting predatory journals, and the knowledge shared is enough to really acquaint researchers on the need to publish in reputable journals for many reasons: peer review, credibility, impact, among other things. Because experts will review the quality and accuracy of the paper to understand whether it has met the standard of scientific community. So this is excellent and very, very good. Similarly, the second presenter has highlighted on the areas of transformation, the digital transformation in education. This is, of course, timely. Looking at the dynamics of the 21st century, you will agree with me that no institution will survive without embracing digitalization. So in this digital community, we really welcome this topic, and we pray this is the beginning of collaborations. More collaborations will be on the way, so that our researchers will be fully equipped in the research publications. So we want to sincerely appreciate you, we want to sincerely thank you for your time in spite of Ramadan, and you spend almost 2 hours talking. Sincerely, we want to express our gratitude to the participants, the management team that are here, the participants across the world. I can see about 5,700 participants have attended this particular workshop. So thank you so much, and we'll be looking forward for future collaborations and similar workshops and seminars. We sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir, for your vote of thanks. I think with this, we've come to the end of this very educating a wonderful workshop. We've really learned a lot, and I'm sure we are going to put all the knowledge we learned into practice. Well, thank you very much once again for your time. I wish you all the best.
Thank you.